Okay, so guys, this is the Instagram version of Instagram live version of Guro Khalid Khan's interview on our podcast, Darker Tan Asians. I'm Victor. Omar is right next to me, and then Joe in the bottom right. And this is our guest, Guro Khalid Khan, Filipino Martial Arts Master. Guro Khalid Khan, please tell us your background on in Filipino martial arts and the martial arts period.
I'm one of the students of Grandmaster Angel Cabales from Stockton, right now in Hollywood, teaching a small group of regular enthusiasts and film extras and stuntmen. And my background is when I was young, I did Goju Ryu under Aaron Banks in New York, but
Mm.
just when New York. And I did mainly Filipino martial arts in Stockton from Grandmaster Angel Cabales. I was introduced to Filipino martial arts culture and Pencak Silat culture through a seminar by Dan Inosanto at the IMB Academy.
Mm-hmm. And so Dan
Oh,
Inosanto, for everyone that doesn't know, and you guys, obviously you guys can chime in as well too. Dan
who doesn't
Inosanto
know
is,
Dan?
who doesn't, right? Yeah, Dan Inosanto is the
Right.
main guy for Filipino martial arts in America, and especially in Hollywood films, right? So a
Bruce Lee.
lot of the stunt coordinators and fight choreographers have his lineage. And so having his
Mhm.
lineage, Guro Khalid Khan's master, Angel Cabales, was one of Dan Inosanto's primary Filipino martial arts instructors, considered one of the founding fathers of Filipino martial arts here in America. So Guro Khalid Khan is direct lineage of the Cabales Serrada system. And
Right.
anything else you want to talk to us about to explain the
Curriculum,
Cabal system?
the Cabales system is based close range. It's very strict initially, like a Wing Chun. Its blocking system is very optimized, and it's practiced
Mhm.
with the elbows in tight,
Mhm.
and it always has a supporting hand. But largo mano is also in Serrada, because you have to start fight from here so you can reach. So then you do a lower strike or a upper strike in long range and hit the guy's
Wow.
hand. You understand? His
Mhm.
hand you have to hit. So you have to hit the hand or you have to hit the hand.
Woo.
Wow.
You
Wow.
have to first hit the hand or you have to hit the hand from here. Okay? So from long range. Once you come in, then when you strike him, he's gonna block. So you block his block, that's when it starts. That's when Serrada starts. When the opponent blocks your block. When the opponent blocks your strike, if I do like this, he blocks and he's gonna hit my head. I can use the left hand and pass him and then finish. Or if he's hitting blocks it, hit my head, I can block his strike and then hit, then finish. So it starts when the opponent blocks you.
Interesting.
Right, and I think
Mhm.
guys, when you know when you're learning martial arts, and people always think like when someone does something, you do it, you throw your strike, and then thinking that that's going to end everything. But once someone blocks you, that's when things go haywire, right? And that's when
Right.
people start like, what do I do next? Because the guy actually, it's like that thing with Mike Tyson, right? Everyone has a plan until someone punches you, right, or something like that.
Yep.
Somewhere within
Yep.
those
You get
lines.
punched in the
So
face.
it's one of
Until
the
you get punched in the
in this,
face. Yeah.
yeah. So within this one is, what if someone counters it? What are you going to do next, right? So this
Right.
is Serrata is addresses that issue, if you will.
But it has got priorities. The priority of blocking is the right arm, not the left. Because if you have to block everything, you're gonna get hit. So what it does is, like Joe was saying, you block, say, this right arm, okay? When this one comes, you have to turn in time for the
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
and the leg. See?
Mhm.
So what you do is you block and you go to the outside
Yes.
and then finish it. And from here you can do silat. From here you can grab and throw him, grab him here.
Right.
And throw.
And Goro,
Devastating.
can you mention also the footwork stuff, because Filipino martial arts has a specific footwork to it, which is
Yeah,
we
Tiga
call the
Saggi.
triangle
Tiga
footwork,
Saggi.
right? Yeah,
Tiga Saggi, right?
they got right.
Tiga. And then you can go Panchak.
Mm.
Right. So guys, there's a pattern footwork to it where you are angling out to get out of to get to zero pressure, to get out of the beeline, so to speak, of the attacker. And
Yeah.
when I first learned Filipino martial arts, especially with Guro Khalid Khan, who was my first Filipino martial arts teacher, you learn all those angles and you learn the little details that you know regular fighting doesn't teach you. You know, there's a science behind it, and the Filipino martial arts is a science, really.
Because
And
it
you
is
know,
nice for only 3 seconds.
two
Yeah.
seconds.
You must be finishing in 3 seconds, because if it extends, the other guy can win because you're too close. So
Hmm.
you must understand the limit, the time limit. It's not for tournament, it's for self-defense for 3 seconds. So
Very
watch,
true.
watch.
Right.
Once you block like this, if you don't have the hand, it will go into your nose, right? Or the opponent's stick is gonna splash off it, right?
Mm. I
So when
see.
you block, first when they come, you have to step a little bit. When you block with a torque. You don't block like you see in YouTube videos, they're blocking like this. By that time, you block from the center line with a torque, and then the left hand comes, and then you break under, not over. If you did over, he can cut your stomach. So you do here and cut, or you do here, and if he's coming to your stomach, you pass over and finish it. Okay? Now
Wow.
understand this. If
Right.
it's
Sufficient.
a vertical coming, you don't go like this, it's gonna hit your face. You
Mm.
go like this, you're supporting him. Not like karate, because like karate is gonna get cut, supporting hand, and then you control
Wow.
the arm. This thing is actually gonna lock, that's why it's called lock and block. It's gonna lock the elbow. So when you block like this, open, you lock his elbow, you don't hit on the top. Actually, you can hit anywhere you like. You hit here, under.
Mm.
Because he's gonna go, the next move is he's gonna go down here. So
Mm.
you know where you is, and then you can hit the top. And supposing when you're hitting like this, he wants to cut your stomach, you let him pass. So it's very complicated to stop this strike. It's easy to stop this one. So
Cool.
this and that goes on and on. This hand always comes to locking. That's what it's called, lock and block. And
Mm.
now let's turn it into empty hand. In empty hand, he's gonna jab and punch. So jab is called, the whole combined is called strike number 10. You don't block jab, because you're blocking jab, you're gonna be hit like this. But
Mm.
the jab you parry, okay, and then this coming, you bump it and they'll go to the outside.
Mm.
Jab you parry, or jab you bump, and then the inside block on the one that's coming on the right,
Mm. I see.
right fist. Because if you went with both, he can, he's faster than you. How are you gonna keep the time? So you have to have priority of blocking the right fist. The right fist is the prior, and this one is only parry or gun.
Good
So
thing means cut. Yeah.
you can gunt. This is a left jab coming. You can give gunt it or do it and do crosada on this one
Hmm.
on the right. Everything is for the right. And what about the kicking? If the kick comes, it's a strike number 3. Because when the kick comes, this block, when the kick roundhouse comes, you catch here.
Okay.
Mm.
It's
All
just
the
like,
things,
yeah.
all the kicks coming on this side, high or low, you have to pass, go to the outside. And now from here you do sit-ups.
So
Nice.
guys, there's a, you know, there's an address of each angle, because strikes come in different angles, and Serrada and the Filipino martial arts addresses those angles. And once you address that angle to block, right, and then to counter, you know, once you get in, so to speak,
You
then
go
you
to the outside.
like Guru said, you make that finish. and you could do whatever, right? There's a plethora of
Go to
things to
the
do.
outside and make the finish, not in the front. If you
The
made in the
outside,
front,
correct?
you could do it by this other arm
Right,
or the leg. So once you block, you go to the outside. So his right arm is here now, and from here you can catch his neck or take his ankle out or his thigh out from this 45-degree angle. So you
Yeah.
front, you block this one, go to the outside, and from here you finish.
there you
You
go.
see,
Smart.
That is
this
good.
also all the Silat Julus are also going to the outside. And Harima, what is Harima? Is strike number 3 and 2 and 5. If you know strike number 3, 2, and 5 is the same. When the arts come close to each other, they are all either Serrada or Wing Chun. Now
Right.
in Wing Chun, you involve both arms, right? But what happens if the guy comes in, how are you going to block? Although they have strength, I'm not like putting Wing Chun down, but Serrada makes sure when you're putting out, this stays here. Because if the guy comes from here, you have got something to put. It's not standing here. Your face is open. Do you understand?
Right.
Yeah.
And just guys,
Like
for you guys
this.
that didn't catch that, harimau, he's Guru Khalid Khan said harimau. Harimau is Indonesian for tiger or tiger style or tiger posture. So that's what he
Cool.
meant by that.
Yeah.
That's
The
awesome.
leg is all the same angle. If you fight sitting down, it's the same Eskrima angle. So this is 20 counters for 12 strike angles, lock and block drill, and flow drill. That's all the art is. And when you become very fluent, and when you go to fight, you don't think of it as a fight, you think it's a lock and block. So it's like this fundamental lock and block to gain life fluency, flow drill to gain fluency. If the other guy knows it also, then you have to have these schemes. What you feed him, see if he doesn't block. If he blocks, then you go with him. Okay, if you go with him, you go with him.
Wow. So good.
You go with him. See, you go with him. You go with him. That's
There you
called
go.
flow drill.
Mm.
Flow between positions when he changes position.
Right.
Because the first strike is a fake. Because you can turn into a spear. See, first strike can immediately go to the other side.
Right.
Woo.
First strike can immediately do this, and then that can go like this, and then it can go like this, and then go number 10, and then
Right.
number 8.
And yeah,
Take to get you out.
right. And the good thing about flow drills as well too, in the Filipino martial arts guys, as we probably all know, it helps with the building the attributes, right, Guru? With
No,
coordination, speed, reflexes, right, and body mechanics. That flow drills have
no,
a
you
different
can see
function
the
as well
fight
too.
right in
Another
front of
function.
you before it happens. You can see the fight right in front of you before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because other people fight, they think first and then say, okay, I'll give him this. We don't have to think because in Serrada we have 2 additional brains, these hands. These hands think for themselves. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
So Angel Cabales taught this is initially he didn't want to put this thing. He didn't want to put this or this.
Wow.
These are finishing train or this because this is Sinwali, right? Since
Right.
Sinwali, my head is open. My head is open. In a scream, and my head cannot be open. Center line cannot be open.
Wow.
See, center
It's
line
so
is
beautiful and deadly at the same time.
Yeah. Well, it's elegant, right? And
when you
it's
Yeah,
functional. Yeah.
like a snake, man. It's like
cannot be like this.
Yeah.
Cannot be. But this is Sinwali is very good at attack art. If the other guys in a room full, they don't know. They're having dinner. You just go with the 2 blades. You go like this. They'll all be scared. You'll get every one of them. It's a good
Right.
attack art. But in blocking is the problem. In blocking, nobody knows how Sinwali to use in blocking. You turn it into BOG. You know, Wing Chun, BOG.
Yeah.
You turn so
I-
one of
I
the
jam.
things you turn into spear, and that's the Sinwali. That's the blocking can create from Sinwali.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
Sinwali involves both arms, and Wing Chun involves both arms. Right?
Right.
So Wing Chun
There's
does
a connection.
so just do BOG with the Sinwali sticks.
Right.
You can create the blocking system.
Girl, I want to ask. The obviously the Filipino martial arts have been prevalent in a lot of movies, in a lot of the Marvel movies, because of the influence of Dan Inosanto, girl Dan Inosanto. Why, in your opinion, why is the Filipino martial arts? Why does it translate cinematically so elegantly?
Very, very only a guy. You can show all the swinging, but the audience doesn't know. And especially the Filipino martial art actually is not. They didn't put. They put Sinwali in it.
Mm,
They took some actors, some nice-looking actors, and gave her two swords, and sometimes it's a Japanese sword, and just have her do Sinwali
right.
in 2 weeks training. It's not the real Filipino martial art you're gonna show or I'm gonna show is only this. See, you have to show them the Serrada or Balintawak, which I call the real.
Close counters. Yeah.
Yes, this is the Eskrima. It never moves from here. It never moves from here. You understand? It
Yes.
never moves from this position. This we can teach any actor, and the camera gets this. The camera gets this. So that's why the Hollywood people just quickly make it and shut down the camera and they go home. But
Absolutely.
if
Mm.
Absolutely.
you are authentic, like in your seal art, you have to get the C cap right?
The posture.
The outside. So when the punch comes, he grabs, right? So when the punch comes, he goes to the outside and goes in.
Right. And
You
and
have to
and
show them.
right.
Yeah, and the timing
Yeah.
is like this. See, it's a wing block.
Right.
See, so he can go to the outside.
Right.
Mm.
And Indonesian pencak silat has slowly come up in the ranks in Hollywood, because of its
Yeah.
one, because not only of its combatives but also its expression. Right. It just translates well on cinema. That's
But
why
they
people love it.
didn't shoot it. They didn't shoot the all jurus. For example, the raid, they except for the last fight he did, Arif
Yeah.
and what's his name?
And
He
Iko
did
Weiss. Yeah.
Boy.
that looked like real. But in the middle, because it was done by English guy, he
hmm
just like a Hong Kong Kung Fu type of fight.
Mhm.
Right.
Because the silat that you're gonna show is will not be Hong Kong Kung Fu. It will look like it's a different. It has to completely. You don't shut down the camera. Show the juru. Juru is the all the fights will be jurus. Singular jurus finish.
Right.
Not like it goes on and he flips
Right.
and because the raid has all those kind of things. I went to silat and in the raid they didn't mention Indonesia. They didn't say Indonesia and they did not mention the name Silat in the entire movie. They should
Hmm.
have shown Silat school. They should have seen the start,
hmm
the Guru teaching, right? They should have seen, they should have exposed the people. The first scenes should have been exposition of practitioners like you teaching your students in the school and talking philosophy and then build up from there. He didn't do any of this. Gary
Right.
Gibbons didn't even do any of this.
Right.
So all the fights in you and me say, oh, these are Indonesian actors, and they will show Silat, and then
Right.
we go in there to look where it is.
Right.